What's going on, guys? It is your girl Dags and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about my 5 cover buys. So I try not to cover buy too often because 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work for me. So now, instead of like a true cover buy where I'm like, I like that cover, let me grab this and take it on out of here, I'll you know, make eye contact with the cover and say, hey, that's a nice cover, let me read the synopsis and see if it's something that I like. So out of the 5 that I have, I think only 1 is a legitimate straight up cover buy, like I like that cover, let me add it to the cart without reading what's going on. So let's jump into it with the first cover. Alright, so the first cover buy we're going to talk about is Moteki. So this is about a guy named Fujimoto, and he's older, he doesn't have his life together, he doesn't like his job, he doesn't have a girlfriend, just down and out sad. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, all of these women from his past start popping up and wanting to talk to him. So he thinks that this is the beginning of his moteki. Now, what is a moteki, you ask? Let me tell you. Apparently a moteki is a period in someone's life where all of a sudden everyone is attracted to them. So I guess we're going to follow this guy and see where his moteki leads him. I find this cover attractive. Am I attracted to this guy? No, but there's something about this color palette. I love it. There's something about his eyes that says, hey Dags, you always scroll past me when you're on the internet. You might as well put me in your cart. You know you want to. And I was like, you know what, sir? You're right. So he made his way into my cart. So I really like, I know I mentioned the color palette before, but I feel like it really complements his facial expression, his mood, if you will. And I like that the red of the phone kind of brings out his cheeks a little bit because they're red too. In terms of the plot, it's definitely a story that we've heard before. Loser's down on his luck, gets a second chance in life and tries to make things better the second go around. So hopefully this one brings something different to the table. I don't know. I'm not asking for much, but I just hope it's entertaining. And whenever I read it, I'll let you know. Up next, we're going to talk about Tropic of the Sea, and this fine piece of art right here is about Yasuke Yashiro and his family and the pact that they have with the mer people in their town. So every 60 years, the mermaids bring up an egg to the Yashiro family and say, hey cuz, can you hold this for me until it's ripe? Or eggs don't get ripe. Whatever eggs do, mature. There we go. So the Yashiro family takes the egg and puts it in a shrine until it's mature and ready to go. Takes it back to the sea, to the mer people, in exchange for the family babysitting, nurturing the egg until it's ready. The mer people of the ocean make sure that there are plenty of fish available for the town, for this little fisherman town, and that the seas are calm. Now, Daddy Yashiro for some reason decides that he wants to take the egg and make it a tourist attraction. So now we have to see what's going to happen. We got to see if the mer people are going to call up Aquaman and be like, hey, he messing with our eggs, do something. Or if Yasuke is going to be able to help the situation. I don't even know if Yasuke is the main, I'm assuming Yasuke is the main character, but I don't know if he's going to be like a save the day type situation or if this is a sit back and watch everything go down type situation. But I'll let you know when I find out. So on this cover, a couple of things. I love this blue on top of blue on top of blue. I absolutely love covers that are matte. They are my favorite in the whole wide world. But second to that is the matte with just a hint of gloss. So you can see that the ocean, or not the ocean, I guess that's supposed to be the egg. At first I thought it was like a planet. And then from far away, I thought for some reason this was some kind of sea creature, but it's actually I'm assuming the egg, breaking in his chest. Symbolism? Maybe. I don't know. This cover has just enough detail to catch your eye, but it's still simple, and I like that. I love his expression on his face. I don't know what it's saying. I can't really read it, but his eyes are just like, look at him. Hey girl. You know you want to read me. Come on down. Come on down and see the mer people. Next up, I have the golden sheep. I like all three of the covers, but specifically I love volume 1, so we're going to talk about volume 1. But there are those two covers for your viewing pleasure. Well, let's talk about this one. So The Golden Sheep is about this girl who moves away from home for a little while and comes back and realizes that the people that she left behind, her friends, they're not the people that they were in the past. So I'm assuming this is a coming of age story, you know, growing up, moving through life, trying to find your way, realizing that sometimes you outgrow people or people outgrow you, and that's okay. This is the only manga on the list that was a pure cover buy. I saw it, I fell in love with it, saw it was only 3 volumes, picked up all 3 and put them in the cart, and did not read the synopsis until they got to my house. This is one that if I end up hating, I'm still going to keep because I just absolutely adore this cover. Like I said, I like all 3 covers, but this one in particular is my favorite. What really caught my eye was the color palette and the guitar. By the way, I don't have any music related manga, and I would love to have some, but I have no idea where to start. So if you guys have any, you know, recommendations for music related manga, let your girl know down below because I would love to read it. I don't even know if this is about music. I just saw the guitar and got excited because I love guitars. I like how this cover manages to pack in all of these different colors without being obnoxious or looking childish. I'm looking at Use on 100. Don't worry, I still love you. But yeah, hopefully this is a good read. Like I said, it's only 3 volumes, so it'll be a quick read, and if it's not a good read, it's only 3 volumes, so it is what it is. But this cover, I don't care if it's trash. I want it to be good because I don't want to waste my money. However, this is going to be one of those covers when I get my shelf set up. That's going to be like this instead of like this, like all the other books. This one's going to be on display because I just love it. It's just beautiful. Look at her. Look at her. Up next, I want to talk about Boys Run the Riot. I have volumes 1 through 3 here. I do have volume 4, but it's in a box that I haven't opened up yet. Again, this is one that I enjoy all of the covers. Specifically, we're going to talk about cover 1. So what is Boys Run the Riot about? Boys Run the Riot is about this teen named Ryu who is transgender, and he's just kind of thugging it out here on his own. He doesn't really have anybody to talk to about what he's going through as he's kind of navigating these changes in his life, and you know, mom doesn't care. Or doesn't, I'm not gonna say she doesn't care. Mom doesn't understand. He doesn't really have any friends. And along comes a transfer student. Ryu doesn't want to talk to Jin, the transfer student, because he looks all tough and buff and big and bad, and is scared that it's just another person that's going to bully him. One day, he is at the clothing store. He's really into fashion, by the way. That's important. Sees Jin looking at the same clothes that he's there for. They hit it off, they become friends. I believe Ryu ends up opening up to Jin about what's going on. But again, I don't know for sure because I have not read it yet. Now on this one, I haven't read it yet because I didn't know it was only going to be 4 volumes. So I decided to wait until volume 4 came out to just binge them all together. Like I said, I have volume 4 now, but it's in a haul box that I haven't opened yet. I'm going to try my best to explain why I love this cover without sounding crazy. First and foremost, we have the matte versus the glossy. So the cover itself is matte, and then the characters themselves are glossy. You can see my ring light. I don't know why I'm always so infatuated about seeing my ring light. Okay, so for this, it's the stylization. It's the whole thing together, right? I love this color palette, and I love this stylization of the art. They just complement each other, right? I feel like if this were a different color scheme in the same art, I would hate it. If it were different art in the same color scheme, I would hate it. Does that make sense? I don't know how to properly convey what I'm trying to say here, but I just feel like the colors with the style of the art fit together so well, but you can't have one without the other. I don't know. Also, man bun. And last but not least, we have Never Open It, which is a trio of short stories that are based off of Japanese folklore. This is the only one on the list that I have actually read, and it didn't really do it for me. There's only one story in here that I legitimately enjoyed, but the other 2 were just okay. I still recommend it to people. It's cute or whatever, but it just, it might make the top 100. I don't even think I've read 100 manga. I don't know, but it's okay. So like I said, this is 3 short stories, and the premise around each of the stories is that it focuses on the theme of don't open it. So don't open a box, don't open a door, don't open, you know, whatever it is. It's been a while since I've read it. I don't remember. But the purpose of the stories is to understand why rules are in place and to show that there are consequences for not following said rules. Now this cover, let's talk about this cover. Again, are you starting to see a theme with all of my covers? There's no gloss here, straight matte. I love it. It's so simple, just red, white, and black. That's it. I love that. And there's something about this cover that just makes me feel so magical. Look at her. Would you take a box from her? I'd take a box from her. And if she told me not to open it, I'm not making any promises. See, I'd be one of the people in the book that got the consequence, because if she was just like, here, take this box, don't open it, and then left, come on, man. I don't have a choice but to open the box because I'm nosy. It's like Pulp Fiction with the suitcase. And that's one thing I wish I never Googled to see what was actually in the suitcase, because it just kind of killed all the magic for me. And be my luck, there would be like 25 cents in the box. Granted, I'd be 25 cents richer, but the magic would be gone. Anyway, that is all for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what your favorite cover, or what are some of your favorite covers in the manga world, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.